So tonight I thought we could have dinner together. I am having Safeway sushi, which is surprisingly good. This is going to be a problem to chew and talk. But we'll give it a little try. Today has been about sharing, I think, and imagining creative possibilities, I think that's what I want to talk about. I posted on Facebook about these pink mustaches, furry mustaches that people are putting on their cars, and I had no idea what it was about. Well, it's about this ride sharing called Lyft, Lyft. And so basically it's sort of like a taxi ride sharing kind of service. So if you see, there's an app that's in beta testing, which I think that just means, well, I have no idea what that means. I think it's sort of the practice test. Whatever. You look for where, or you post that you need a ride, and it connects you with these people with these pink mustaches on their cars, and then you basically donate money to them, to the driver. The recommended donation is about 80% of a normal cab fare. And there's all these things about, like, it starts with a fist bump, and it's really kind of interesting, honestly. It's sort of about sharing rides. And so I'm intrigued by it. I'll post a pink mustache somewhere, maybe, if I can figure that out. But so then I came home today from lunch with a friend, and realized I'd seen recently another kind of car sharing program that's sort of like I rent my car out when I'm not using it. So I signed up for this car rental, and I could make a little bit of money, not a lot. But so I've been thinking about sort of, are there ways that I can creatively support myself while I'm sorting everything out. And part of that's been the idea of subletting, which still I'm exploring, but the idea of sharing services and sharing what I have with people who need it. Sort of, it feels a little bit like bartering, which I find really interesting. And so I'm exploring how I can share other things. Yeah, so it's what I'm doing today. I'm sharing. I'm trying to think about sharing. So I'm sharing dinner with you. This is chicken pot sticker, also from Safeway. I like these two. They are delicious. And now I'm chewing again. So yeah, this is dinner. What are you having for dinner tonight? Oh, really? You're not telling me anything. I'm also thinking about, I've been thinking about, so I also applied for a job as an office manager today, which I have no interest in being an office manager forever, but I need to pay my rent. I'm going to need to pay my rent. And so, is it a lack of trust that something is out there waiting for me if I apply for things that I know I'm not interested in? My friend Lee said that doesn't seem to be in line with what you want. And it's not. It's in line with paying my rent. Which feels like what my parents did. they worked jobs because they needed to provide a roof for my brother and my sister and I. They needed to raise kids and feed a family. So, and I think they didn't necessarily have the privilege that I have to think about what do I want to do. I certainly don't feel very much like I have that privilege, since I also have to pay my rent. But, you know, I'm eating Safeway sushi, period. Living in San Francisco, with a car that I own that I can rent out while the cable television is on my Mac computer. So yeah, I've got it good. So when I'm doing this, I realize the absurdity of feeling like I've got it bad. And I mean, that doesn't negate sort of the panic I'm feeling about not having to find a way to pay my rent. But I got it pretty good. And honestly, I've been listening to a little bit of the Democratic National Convention, and I listened to none of the Republican National Convention, and I'm all right with that. I don't want that information in my head, but so many people are talking about the middle class. Middle class, we're all right. There are people who are a lot worse off than the middle class. So let's start talking about people who really got it bad. Let's talk about people who literally cannot pay their rent and feed their families. That's what I'd like someone to talk about. Sure, I get it. The economy is at an all-time low, and people are losing their jobs and out of work, and but there are people who need more from us as a society, who aren't eating Safeway sushi. So there's my little sermon. It makes me feel a little bit better to know that, well, yeah, it's a little bit of a recognition that I don't have it that bad. Probably no one watching this has it all that bad. And if you do, I'm really sorry, and I wish I could help you. I wish I could help you. All right. So share something with someone. Oh, crap. I dropped my Safeway sushi. Share something with someone. Share a ride. Get a big pink mustache for your car. I might. Heck, I really might. All right. See ya.